regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 20.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down now, it's Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They find someone. There goes Mark Ingram. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Not gonna make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Chargers, nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Finds his tight end Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
6-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Rodgers going to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to find the end zone. He stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out right at the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to for are one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 6-6.
Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Raiders.
John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6.
Makes the score Raiders 13, Chargers 6. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio.
And this carries into the end zone. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2nd and 9. Rodgers. Battle for it, and this will be caught. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the
from the 44. Rodgers throw left side complete to Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The 2-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the ground, Geis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. To throw. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Chargers 14. Raiders 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
A gain of 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second and 8.
To throw is Kaepernick. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Vontae Maddox. Turn as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Corey Willis. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, the 30, 10, 5. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Chargers 14. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Jones, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Geis with the carry on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man, Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. pressure and bring him down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
28 all. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
All about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Antoine Bethea. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it.
It's now 4th down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 34-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precise. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time, the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Busts through the tackle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Chargers 28.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
1st and 10.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's it's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44, Rodgers. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Tony Pollard. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Antoine Bethea. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ingram again. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Kaepernick now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Ingram hauls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And again, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late.
Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
He's brought down at the 42.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Oh, no, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you.